Hello guys, me again Aswad, and for today's video, I'm gonna touch on the issue that I've done the video before. It's about Ray Fisher. For those who doesn't know, Ray Fisher is an actor. He plays the character Cyborg in the Justice League movie. It's just a cartoon character in the movie. Now, this movie is an old movie, 2017. But because the Snyder Cut was coming out, so he started to make some noise about Joss Whedon and the Warner Brothers. Look at what he said. Ray Fisher opens up about Justice League. Joss Whedon, the director, and Warner's. I don't believe some of these people are fit for leadership. This article came out here recently, 6th of April. And the article was finally, over the past year, the actor has assailed. Ray Fisher has been attacking them like since last year. And, but he never gave out why. He accused Joss Whedon of being racist, or he accused that behavior on set was horrible, that Joss Whedon was attacking him, was treating badly everybody bad. But when people wanted to know more information, he never reveals what happened on set. So today, after the year and after the Snyder Cut has been released, Ray Fisher is ready to talk. So it's a long article. So I'm going to go to skip. You can all find this article on Hollywood Reporter. You can to read the details. It's like a short novel, man. It's so long. I think they are afraid of. He accused the Hollywood Reporter of racism if they censor anything. So the whole attack begins with this quote. This is from his Twitter. This is Ray Fisher Twitter. Joss Whedon on-set treatment. Let's read. On-set treatment of the cast and crew of Justice League was gross, abusive, unprofessional, and completely unacceptable. He was enabled in many ways by Geoff Johns and John Burke. Accountability over entertainment. So this article came out July 1, 2020. That was last year. So he started this attack last year. So, and people don't know what's actually happened. You know, he never revealed. You know, people were asking he makes serious accusation against a lot of the big boss in the director, Joss Whedon, and all these other guys that he mentioned, Geoff Johns and everything, producers. They are producers of the movie, and the thing is, I was reading this article. I wanted to know finally his side of the story, right? And you might be okay. What racism is he talking about? Okay. And when you read the article, it's such a long article. So I was looking through. I wanted to know what happened on the set. Guys, you won't believe why Ray Fisher is angry. He said the horrible treatment. It's over one word. You won't believe this. Okay. It's over the word booyah. Just one word. It's over the word booyah. Okay, this is the one. Okay, this is the part. This one. The tension only escalated when the issue of having Cyborg says booyah arose. That phrase had become a signature of the character thanks to the animated Teen Titans show. Okay, so the word booyah is already in the cartoon. It's a catchphrase, you know, like Shazam says Shazam, something like that. So his catchphrase is booyah. So The director only wants him to say that line. And if you read this, okay, you read this paragraph, right? This is one paragraph. Second paragraph, third paragraph, fourth paragraph, fifth. It takes 5 paragraphs to talk about the situation with the booyah word. And the booyah word is not racist. It's already been said in the cartoon. And then the director wants him to say it. And he does not. He thinks the word booyah is some sort of insulting, racist, you know. And then if you read from that chapter, that paragraph, you know, they had even take him out to dinner. They sat down with him, you know. They were not yelling at him on set. They were becoming very professional. They were telling him, please say this catchphrase. You know, they had meeting with him. They bring out to dinner. And it's over this one word, you know. And you can read here from all this. It's over booyah. You know. And as a director in the movie, if you're acting in the director has power of the movie. You know, of course the studio has bigger power, but the director is just there to do a job, and he plays the same thing. That this character need to say booyah. It takes 5 paragraphs. If you read all these paragraphs, it takes about them asking him out to dinner, telling him very nicely, very gently why. They explain to him the character says this word in the cartoon. And because of that, okay, let's go back to the accusation that he created. Joss Whedon on-set treatment of the cast and crew of Justice League was gross, abusive, unprofessional, and completely unacceptable. He was enabled. Guys, it's only over a word of booyah. And then look at this accusation punya article. I don't believe some of these people are fit for leadership. Are you serious, man? Are you serious? I was reading through this article. I wanted to find out what happened that to the point that it becomes so serious, like you said, like, let's repeat, gross, abusive, unprofessional, and completely unacceptable. It's okay. Alright, so it's over the word booyah. Alright, so, and then the studio takes one more step because he made a big complaint. When he made a big complaint like that, people even do an investigation. People do investigation on his accusation, right? So, oh my God, I was. They called a former judge to do an investigation on this matter. This is the Booyah article. We passed that. And then, when they did the investigation, it was proven that there's no issue. There's no issue of abusive or racism or whatnot. If you read recently that Gal Gadot says, okay, she had some problem with Joss Whedon, but the studio talked. She did it professionally. Never brought it up on social media, and that solved the matter. All right, but you know, she said she did it professionally. So okay. Now this is a long article, man. I'm going through this. I was looking, okay, that's one over booyah, right? And is there any other situation where Joss Whedon acted so cruelly, unprofessionally? Oh my God. Okay, he attacks Geoff John. Geoff John is a comic artist. He works in comic. Geoff John is the producer of this movie, but he is a comic artist. Let's look at the article. Can we find it? Such a long article, man. Man, such a long article. But Geoff Johns is a formerly comic artist. He worked with comics and stuff like that. Okay, so I might be wrong whether or not. You can go through it. You see, Geoff celebrate and support LGBT characters, including Batwoman. Who in 2008 was reintroduced as a comic series co-written by John. So he writes comic books. You know, he's a comic book writer. He creates comic. So he even introduced. He works on comics. So when this issue came out, he attacked Geoff John. For me, which is like weird, because Geoff John is an artist. He works with comics. Man, it's so long. And I wanted to find out, what else that this guy did was so horrible. This is this guy. This is Ray Fisher. I wanted to know his side. So I read this whole long article. You know what I found? Nothing. Nothing, man. I read the article before I did the movie, this review video, just to respond. But it's such a long article. I was combing it to find out what racism, how cruel the treatment he received. No, he even attacked Walter Hamada. Oh my God, it's such a long and negative article. It ends here. I don't believe some of these people are fit for position of leadership. I don't want them excommunicated from Hollywood, but I don't think they should be in charge of the hiring and firing of other people. Blah, blah, blah. Oh my God, man. If you read this whole article, I'm surprised. I want to save this picture because I want to do the thumbnail. But this man says in this special tweet, let's take the picture of that tweet also, so that we can put it inside the. So can you see it? How long it is? Okay, this is the tweet. Joss Whedon on-set treatment of the cast and crew of Justice League was gross, abusive, unprofessional, and completely unacceptable. He was enabled in many ways by Geoff Johns and John Burke. Wow. And when you read the article, there was no such thing like horrible treatment, nothing. Because of what he said, Joss Whedon was tainted with a bad reputation. In Malay, they call it fitnah lah. He accused somebody of being horrible, but eventually, and he didn't say, he never give any kind of proof. And then when they do the investigation, he did not want to cooperate, and they even get the the studio even went to do a full investigation, interview a lot of people, and they did not find anything that he said they were racism on the set. It was treating people horribly, trying to attack the director Joss Whedon. Okay. So finally, what I want to do is before we end, I want to do why is he angry? This is the guy. The truth is, he was angry because if you watch the Snyder Cut recently that was released this year, apparently his character, the cyborg, has so many scenes in the Zack Snyder Cut. But in the Joss Whedon movie, his scenes were cut out. So he was not much of him in the original Justice League. That's why he's angry. He's only angry because they cut him out. So you cannot accuse people. You cannot accuse that of racism. Because I think they cut out that movie because they don't want to make a 4-hour movie like what happened with Snyder Cut. Snyder Cut movie was 4 hours. So Joss Whedon had to cut all the way down to to the simple 2 hours. I think that movie, I can't remember how many, but it's less than 4 hours. So his scenes were cut and he was angry. And for him to say this kind of word, Joss Whedon on-set treatment of the cast and crew were unprofessional, was gross, abusive, unprofessional, and completely unacceptable. Because he's famous person, when he do like that, people will say, oh, that person, that they treat him wrong because he's black. When you say like that, it's like attacking, creating all this false news about Joss Whedon and whatnot. I'm not saying Joss Whedon is a saint, but professionally, he did his job. Like I said, the story is actually over booyah. Of the word booyah, if you read the article, it's just about his portrayal of the character. And Geoff Johns is a comic book artist that also did work on the cyborg character in the comics. For them to argue because of that booyah line was racist, I think that's very unprofessional. It's very sad that this guy who attack everybody. He attacks everyone in Warner Brothers, saying this kind of bad things. And now it's like in Malay, they call it fitnah, they call it slandering. Yes, slandering. And you don't have any proof. But because you are a big star, people want to believe in you. And Joss Whedon is always a temperamental guy. So you can use that against him to destroy his career. In the end, he will say, oh, I don't want anybody to get fired. No, man, when you do like that, people will get fired. People will get angry. People will have bad ideas about that person because you create all these lies publicly in the media. Like I said, Gal Gadot have the same issue on set, and then she complained to their HR, and then they talk it out, they discuss professionally. That's it. He didn't. This guy did not. He created the drama because he got angry that his scenes were cut. That's all. Finally, after 1 year from that tweet, he came out with this article. I was reading this because I wanted to finally finish that completion video. What really happened? Nothing happened. Nothing happened. It's just over a word of booyah. That's not racist. If you read this article, even when they asked him to do that, they even invited him to dinner. They talked to him politely. Nobody forced anything on him, And that's so weird for me to people to accuse. Like if you read the tweet, it's so serious accusation. You know, I'm not saying that Joss Whedon is a saint. He got a temper. Everybody has problem, but if you aren't working, you cannot do unprofessional things like this. Can destroy other people's job and careers. Slandering is not good. And that's it. That's the lesson here. I mean that's my review of the final, hopefully the closing of this saga, Ray Fisher saga. And to be honest with you, I give the movie not a high score because it's not a great movie. It's a 4-hour movie, long movie, and to be honest, even I prefer I don't like this movie. I don't like Justice League or the Joss Whedon. I don't like the Zack Snyder cut also. So long. But if you ask me to choose which one, I still would choose the shorter one because who wants to see a 4-hour movie, man? I think the shorter one is more concise and there's no rubbish there. There's no singing. There's no weird singing and whatnot. Even though I said I like the Ray Fisher pula. The flash scene, they added flash scenes a lot more. I like that. The cyborg scene that they cut out from the original, I think it was just okay. I don't care so much, you know. It's just a long movie to add all this rubbish. And for this story to finally end, to hear what sort of abuse that Joss Whedon did to him is just over the word booyah. It's such a long article. If you read it, you'll be surprised. It's just over the word booyah. Wow, it's horrible, man. It's horrible. And then you slander other people to the point of they might be losing their job or reputation bad because they ask you to do a simple line that is already in the cartoon. That's proven. If it's already in the cartoon, you know, people will complain if it's so racist and whatnot. So it's very weird. We finally end this dumb saga of the idiot. I call this guy an idiot now. Why you say that? You know, why do you attack over some word, some simple word of booyah? You accuse them of being so bad. See, slandering. I'm not slandering. I'm just shutting down the case. Hopefully all people get their jobs back, and you know, learn something from this. Don't be like Ray Fisher. I thought it was some sort of big reveal, like Joss Whedon throw them inside the room, you know, force them to eat something bad. Nothing, man. Nothing like that also. Okay, that's it. That's my long-winded final closing of the Ray Fisher saga. Thank you guys for watching.